your accountability coach and ghetto psychologist. It's my life purpose to help Black people navigate this patriarchal system of white supremacy. Y'all, they done got done. The camera ain't that great. The microphone be doing what it want. Upgrade is coming soon, I promise you. That's a message. An upgrade is coming soon, even for your life. And even with all the midst of this terrible, terrible chaos in the world, my life is actually pretty cool. So I don't want nobody to get it twisted. Jay is over here working towards very wondrous things. I'm working on some wondrous things in my life. I have to help myself first before I can help everybody else. But mentally, emotionally, I feel very aware, very healed, very present, I'm about to do what I'm meant to do. That's how I feel. Anyway, so that was just a quick little mental health check-in. We got a lot to discuss today. Like I said, they have arrested Don Lemon. Let me tell you something. I talked about Don Lemon's coverage a few weeks ago when he went to Minnesota and he went to the in clandestine operation and went inside the church after the protesters went in just to cover the news that they were protesting at the church. He was there being a journalist. He was not there as a protester. And I said, even in my own video, if you go back, I'm going to try to link it in the description. I said in that video, the police were out there. If they wanted to get those protesters, why didn't they get them then? And also, there are 4 people who were arrested for this test, 2 of which are journalists, Dunn and Georgia, who was her last name? Georgia Ford, okay? Her and Dunn are now, as far as I know, as I'm recording this, on I keep saying January 30th. They are in Fed custody. Like I said, I keep saying they want war, and eventually they're pushing it. They're pushing the bounds. They're pushing the bounds of the Constitution every single fucking day, ever since Trump has gotten into office in 2024, but more so, especially in 2024 and 2025, but more so, especially in this year, we have seen since 2026 came December 31st was when he started bombs over Nigeria for Chris and he bombed Nigeria for Christmas, my bad. And then for the New Year's, he bombed somebody else. I don't know. I can't keep up. It's always something else. It's a series of unfortunate events after another. Like I said, now they have arrested Dunn because he was doing his job as a journalist. And I'm so glad I decided not to be a journalist. And it's weird because I did not want to create this channel that's going to just focus on world news, or celebrity news, or just news in general. But I realize how relevant it is and it needs to be discussed. People have to talk about it. People have to give you a psychological perspective, a sociological perspective. We have to understand our history and why we are here, because it's not like, oh, we just wake up and the whole world is racist. It's been a series of intricate steps to get to where we are. And we can retrace our steps and see it. Well, at least I know I can. So y'all got to understand that Black journalists have been under attacks. Black people have been under attack. Let's just keep it at that. But Black journalists have especially been under attack when it comes to reporting issues that have to do with civil rights, right? This is a civil rights situation. This is a social situation. This is a white supremacist agenda, okay? And anytime you have to deal with white supremacy, you're dealing with anti-Blackness. And since the Ida B. Wells of it all, these people have been attacking Black voices because they don't want us to say how terrible they are. How do y'all want to hide these things? It's not even, you can't really even hide it. It's so much as you just want to be in denial of it. You can't hide it, but you can be in denial. Like even now, like even the whole situation with Renee and Alex and all of these things, they're trying to deny that they literally just off people who don't really need to be off. So they double down and try to make excuses. Oh, these are domestic terrorists. Why? Because they're impeding on ICE investigation. They're not investigating anything. They are not even following the correct constitutional procedures when they are apprehending these so-called immigrants. There's no due process. There's no warrant. It's strictly based on racial profiling. And if any of you white people get in their way, they don't care. They're going to pow you too. They have immunity. This man, T-Rump, told y'all He told y'all he wanted police immunity. He told y'all this last year. But even more so, before we even got to him being in office, the writings had been on the wall. Thing be so black and white, and you motherfuckers would rather be in the gray. I don't understand it. So we have Dunn, who's locked up for this so-called protest. Like I said, 4 people have been apprehended, but I don't even know if all of the 4 people, who those other 2 people were. I don't even think it's the person that was leading it. I might be wrong, okay, because I didn't really do a lot of research right now. I be having other stuff going on in my life. 10 is secondary. So it's a lot going on. So I stand with Dunn. I was never like this super huge Don Lemon fan, let's be clear. But the last year or so, he been growing on me. He been growing on me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Dunn really and truly is for the people. I hope and pray nothing happens to him while he is under their custody. Actually, I'm hoping I can get news that he's out soon. I can't wait to hear what he has to say. I know he is absolutely infuriated. I am infuriated for him. When I got the news, I said, oh, they are really going back. They're really trying to take us backwards. And this leads me to the other conversation that I want to have when it comes to like the Nicki Minaj's, right? I'm gonna segue into Nicki. Nicki said with her chest she wanted Dunn to be locked up, and lo and behold, her secret boyfriend Trump got Dunn locked up. They at first did not want Dunn to be apprehended. They did not see that there was a cause for a charge. But here comes this administration with the bullying tactics that they do, the manipulation tactics. They force these people to find charges on Dunn. And y'all gotta understand, being charged is not the same as being convicted. Anybody could be charged. I could slap you. Why did I say that? That's a real crime. Hold on, I got a little boogie. But no, so I could be accused of something at any moment, and all somebody have to do is just have a little piece of evidence, and I can just be charged with something. But it does not mean that I am guilty, does not mean I am convicted. You have to still go to court. I know in the court of public opinion that you're guilty before anything else. You automatically guilty. If they lock you up, you immediately guilty. People say you're innocent until proven guilty. No, you're guilty until proven innocent. And even then, that's still questionable. We still don't know if you are guilty or not. So, but Nicki Minaj wanted this man to get locked up. And I'm not going to talk too much about her speaking on Trump's behalf. Actually, I am. I want to talk about it. So a couple of days ago, before this, you saw Nicki speaking at whatever that was. I don't pay attention to the Republican stuff because I'm going to talk about y'all real bad. But she was there. That's all I know. She was there looking a good goddamn plum fool and whatever the fuck she had on, and that helmet of a wig that she had on. Okay. And I was looking at Dunn yesterday with Jason Lee on there. And Jason Lee, that was probably what put the fucking coffin in the nail. The way Jason and Dunn, especially Jason, though, was coming at Nicki and said, oh, the gays must have abandoned her because she looked a fucking mess, and she did. She looked awful. Nicki, that was one of the worst times she's ever looked. And Nicki is generally a beautiful looking woman. I have to give her that all the time. She looked crazy. And then she's holding hands with Trump. Oh, he's so giddy walking her on stage, standing behind her. I never seen him smile so much, especially not even with his own wife. And he was just so excited that she was there to speak on his behalf. She's been mad. Those nails. Ooh, I like those nails. Like, what? Girl. And she get her plum fool up there, her plum fool ass up there, and says to the people who are looking like, why the fuck is she here? Right? Still out of place, Barbie. She get up there and say that she is Trump's #1 fan. How are you Trump #1 fan? Hold on, let's see. How are you Trump's #1 fan? They probably done erase all the footage of her back in the day when she used to talk cash money shit about him. And she, not too long ago, was saying something about Melania. So I'm just like, girl, do y'all think we forget history? Some of us never forget things. I got the memory of an elephant, girl. There's too much news about this. Anyway, I should do my homework first. I never planned for my content. It just come out the way it come out. So just a few years ago, she was dissing him and Melania. So I'm just like, okay, girl, if you like it, I actually hate it. Cause what are we doing here? And then you go and you post this though. Hold on. This is I got to pick. Y'all already seen this. Hold on, I have to see this. Y'all gotta see this. You got to. Yo, look at this shit. Hold on. What? Is this sharing right? Girl, what? What is, first of all, bitch, I know Monopoly money when I see it. She really went and posted this and said, oh, this grants her residency. No, really, it doesn't. It doesn't, girl. This is this man. What is this first? What is this shit? Why are you a Trump gold card? You what in the narcissism? What in the narcissism? So this Trump gold card. Let's see. It's a new, non-traditional, and highly exclusive U.S. immigration program designed to fast-track legal residency and citizenship for foreign nationals in exchange for a $1 million contribution. First of all, I don't think she contributed shit. I think he paid her, or either he paid her. Because just a few months ago, she was almost about to lose her house, and then she did this last minute payment, so she's not gonna lose her house anymore. All of this is very coincidental timing, right? But it's just so funny to me that you have these Nicki Minaj's, right, in the black community, these Candace Owens, excuse me. And I always have to ponder upon, if I'm gonna choose a party, I'm independent, baby. I think for myself, I don't trust neither the Democrat or the Republicans. The Republicans, and this is how I see them. All right, I'll give y'all a quick little analogy. All of them want your money, but the way I see it is the Republicans, they want to make 100 times more than what you make, and they're willing to snatch it out your hand to get it. The Democrats, they just want about 25 times what you made, and they gonna take it from you, but they gonna take it from you in a way that you don't feel like been taken. It's manipulative. It's subtle. So, of course, it's always going to be the lesser of two evils. That's why we call it that. And the evil that I'm likely going to vote for would be the Democratic Party at this point in my life, at this stage in their inception, because they are the ones who have been proven for the last nearly 100 years that they want to try to do good by the people. They want to try. The Republicans don't give a fuck, right? And it's in the historically on record that Republicans have always been on the wrong side of history. Name a good Republican president, a real good one that was really good for the people. You can't say Reagan, because he brought the war on drugs, which ultimately was an attack on black people. Damn sure can't say Bush. Neither one of them. Nixon, oh my God. Hoover almost ran the goddamn government into the ground. So who is a really good Republican president that we've had? I'll wait. And again, this goes back again to these black conservatives. I have to ask y'all, before I get into that, my main point was Republican presidents only do well after a Democrat who has already established a great economy. When they come in the door and the economy is shit, it goes to even bigger shit. It has been historically proven. Y'all do your own motherfucking research. I'm tired of being the motherfucking whiz kid that go down the rabbit hole. Bitch, I am a millennial. We've been studying stuff on, especially on YouTube. We created the rabbit hole. So I know I forget more than most people learn just because of the time frame I went through, the type of brain that I have, the type of way that I approach information. Anyway, so black conservatives, my question is for you. If you are a black person and you're a Republican, what do you want to conserve? What is it about this country you are trying to conserve? Because there has not been one point in history where this country is really completely allied on the side of black and brown citizens. So I ask of thee, what are you trying to conserve? Are you trying to conserve abortion? Do you believe in the death penalty? Because these are things that typically align with the Republican Party. Do you believe in this unfair taxation that they have where the rich don't have to pay as much as they should pay to help? What is it that y'all believe in? Because I really want to draw the line, and I don't want to be ignorant. I don't know enough black Republicans. Or what I know is the people who are Democrats, but they have Republican mindsets. I do know people like that. I know a lot of them. and they show they ass during this past presidential election, because those are the ones who didn't vote at all because they was like, I'm not voting for Trump because he ain't good, but I damn sure ain't voting for no black woman. Those are the ones that I'm talking about. I just don't understand. Like, even with Nicki, like, she is not really a black conservative. We know that Nicki is doing Nicki is selling her soul so that she can get this come up. She don't want to go. She don't want to be deported. She want to stay here with that nasty ass man of hers and her son. I just don't know. I'm saying, of course, there got to be some money involved. We should know that. But it's just crazy. It's just really crazy to me to see. And you got people who kind of excusing it. Well, we knew that she was on. We knew that she turned coat because of a good reason. This is a good reason to sell your soul. There's never a reason to sell your soul. It's never a reason to sell your morals. It's never a reason to stab the backs of the people who helped you become who you became. Never a reason to do that. And I'm telling y'all, the powers that be is gone. They not, y'all. There is a physical world we live in and a spiritual one. I want y'all to understand that they might be winning in the physical form, but spiritually these people are corrupt. They bankrupt. You never want to be like them. Never. You never want to be like them because their soul is in anguish. I don't want to be like them. They can keep the money, they can keep the fame, because the love of money is the root of all evil. And this is exactly why we are where we are as a people in general. It's always been greed. The love of money really is the root of all evil. The love of money is why white supremacy even fucking exists. Everything been about the money. Everything been about greed. Everything been about, oh, let me be better than. Everything been about attention. Everything. This is the currency of this physical world. So I want y'all to understand that the Constitution is at a threat. It's being very, very so challenged right now in this time period. Now, as Black people, we have very loosely applied to the Constitution. We really didn't apply to the Constitution until they made the 13, 14, and 15 amendments. And we're still loosely applied to the Constitution. They have really trying to go back. Like I said, they're really trying to overturn these free speeches. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're trying to overturn free speech. They're trying to go back to the days where the KKK would threaten Black people to do anything. Like, we couldn't do anything. We couldn't speak out. We couldn't vote. And that's a threat to our constitutional rights. You know what I'm saying? We might be 3/5 of a human, but the Constitution is supposed to still apply to us. I'm so tired. It gets tiring. And this is why I decided, hey, I'm not going to not speak anymore. Like, well, I've always been the type to talk. The resume is real long. I hate that I don't have my old social media, especially primarily my old Facebook, because I've been talking my shit. I just ain't always did it in video form. Now I am using this activated throat chakra everywhere I can, everywhere I go. I'm not saying enough for this. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. The government is not only are they the ones who create the laws, they're above the law too. So who is the real checks and balances? You have the damn Supreme Court telling ICE to stop doing what they're doing, right? The checks and balances is not checking and it's not balancing shit. Because why y'all keep making these orders and nobody's doing anything? Nobody is stopping these fuckers from going enforcing themselves into these communities and doing whatever they want to do. As Black people, my suggestion, just use your voice. I'm not doing anything on the ground but using my mind and using my voice. I'm a passive fighter right now. While I can be, I'm just going to be passive. Now, when I got to get active, it's going to be by force. But my passive, stuff like this live on forever though. Books live on forever. They live on forever. Ain't nobody finna outlaw this book. You want to know why? Because it's independent. You can only buy this book from me when it releases. You cannot get it anywhere else unless where I'm getting it printed from stop doing it. We in there. I don't have a lot to say about this today. Let me see what else I want to talk about. It was something else I wanted to get into. Oh, done being new media. So a lot of people, we got to realize that with the uprising of social media the way that it's been, it's bound to be a lot of independent journalism going on. A lot of people are going to be reporting on things. A lot of people are going to talk about world news and celebrity news. And what we should have learned years ago with this Tasha K and Cardi B case, right? I know you like, what is, how does relate? But you can't just say what you want to say, but there are going to be parameters in which within you say it. But that was the kind of like a semblance of, oh, people can sue me for what I say, even though we been could. Now you see it really happens, right? So you move on to last year, the whole situation with Drake and Kendrick and the whole diss record, and Drake suing his own record label for allegedly pushing Kendrick's record more than his, even though he buys box himself. Drake, by buying box, I'm talking about Drake. Even then it was like, okay, this is you suing, but this is almost like a constitutional threat. You're saying that people can't say what they want to say in music, even though there should be some kind of leniency there. Like, so he lost that case, right? Then you got Meg Thee Stallion and Milagro Grams from last year. And we realized then, oh, new media really exists. New media really is a thing. It is starting to become slowly established within the law that new media has a reputation and a responsibility. I have a feeling that they are trying to argue that Dunn is not media. So he doesn't have the same protection that other reporters who are backed by like CBS or even his old company CNN, he don't have that same protection. I got a feeling they're gonna try that, but it's too much evidence to say that no, Dunn was not there to protest. Literally, if you watch the video, it's a 6-hour video. I was at work watching the entire thing. Okay, my weekend job is very slow, so I'm sitting there and I'm watching it and I'm just like, whoa, they're in a church. Now, like I said in my past video talking about this, I was taken aback. At the same time, I'm like, okay, well, people got to do what they got to do. If this is what you believe is right, then hey, go at it. Jesus did the same thing. Let's not flex. If you don't, shut your ass up. Looking at the video, he didn't even know that was where they were going, that was what they were doing. Until they pulled up there. He waited until they all got inside. He didn't go in with them. He didn't even really come out with them. He came out after them around that time. But he went in there after they were there for a moment. Went in, interviewed everybody, not the protesters. He interviewed the congregants. Police came, was parked outside, didn't do shit, while those same protesters were still outside. This is what I call a shakedown. This is what I call intimidation, government intimidation. And it's so blatant now. These things that we used to find out about years later, these things that we used to be like, hey, what happened to them? Or you find out somebody got locked up and you didn't know why, and it was because they were standing up for something just. Now we see it is all happening in broad daylight. No, they can't hide no more. I keep telling y'all, there is no more hiding. Karma is really like this right now. She wants her money. People are not going to get away with what they used to. Not in this age of Aquarius. No. Age of Aquarius, and Aquarius is a feminine sign. A woman scorned ain't a man's wrath ain't shit on a woman scorned. Please believe that. Men cause a lot of destruction, but when women decide, because typically we try not to get into the destructive nature of the feminine. The feminine is nature, right? Y'all call it Mother Nature for a reason. It's for a reason. It's very brutal. And when we get mad, when the feminine gets mad, that's your ass. It ain't got nothing. A masculine anger ain't got nothing on a feminine anger. Because femininity is literal chaos. Masculine is supposed to be grounding, which I didn't understand. It's supposed to be calm. Femininity is supposed to be chaos. So y'all making God mad. Y'all making her mad. It's pissing me and my homegirls the fuck off. Anytime women, especially black women, and specifically get mad, we do something. We make changes. Black men too, but the Black Panther Party was 2/3 women. Who be standing up the most? The most famous superhero type abolitionist was a black woman. The self-made, the only millionaire in this motherfucking country was a motherfucking black woman. How many times I can keep listening. I can keep going. I ain't gonna keep doing that though. Cause then if I do that, y'all gonna be like, well, what about the black man? Every time we list a black man and he has a wondrous contribution, when you find out what type of black man they are to black women, it changes your mind. Cause a lot of y'all ain't never been on the side of black women. You be on the side of blackness, but really be dogging our black ass when your black ass women out. It's weird. And I know why. This is the last note. I'm gonna put a pin in this. I keep telling y'all, and I make this emphasis in my book. A lot of black men historically don't like black women because of white men's attraction to us. And I'm going all the way back to slavery. And here's the time for me to read an excerpt from my book. Let's do it. And then like I said, I'm gonna end on it because I want y'all to hear how I said it and exactly how I said it, so you can get a gist of what I'm really meaning. I'm gonna say it the way I wrote it, so eloquently put. Give me one moment. Let me pull it up. Okay, I found it. So it says, and I'm quoting myself, black men also have a deep-rooted issue with black women due to the residual effects of slavery. Though both parties were victims, we both hold an element of blame for the other. Imagine you are an enslaved black man and you have an enslaved black wife. She's the only good thing you have in this world, but the slave master fancies her. He gropes her in front of you and he takes her whenever he wants. There's literally nothing you can do, or you both may die or be separated. Though it is unfair and unconscious, you will likely unintentionally grow resentment towards that black woman and especially towards the white slave master. You may not want to blame her for it because she's really a victim and it's not her fault. But deep down, you wish there was something she could do to stop it. You wish she would fight him off. Even more, you wish that you could stop it, but you can't protect her. You feel like a failure. So you really blame yourself, but you inadvertently blame her too, especially if the enslaver taunts you about her. As a result, you internalize the pain only to turn it onto her subconsciously because she is the closest thing to you. Though she isn't really the direct source of your pain, she is involved in it unwillingly. There is no therapy to help you sort through that. You just deal with it. It is a pathology that is passed down, which led to what we know as victim blaming in our community. So I get into it. I get into the things in this book. And we have to understand that, yes, there is another side to it, right? Where you got the white girls. That's why a lot of white women are jealous of black women too, because they had to deal with this same historical attraction. White men are historically attracted to black women. Look at how Trump was up there with Nicki Minaj. Like I said, if he could have slobbed her down on that stage, he would have. You can see it in his face. I even have my own personal story, especially as of late, because I live in a place now where it's very mixed. It's not just black people anymore. And the white man and Hispanic man, they love me. I had this older white man. First of all, I'm not bragging. This older white man, he had this MAGA hat on, eating me up with his eyes. He could not keep his eyes off me, and it made me so incredibly uncomfortable. And you just saw my face, ooh, how you doing today? You doing all right? With that fucking MAGA hat on. What the fuck make you think my black ass is interested in anything you have to say? He was lucky he found me at work because I had to be polite. Because if it was real life, I would be like, don't talk to me with that MAGA hat on. But I'm at work. I can't even say, this is what pisses me off. And all of that to say, make sure y'all are on the right side of history. Okay? Don't be the idiots who our great-great-grandchildren are like, those people who were MAGA, those people who sided with MAGA, they were really maggots. They were kakaka, bull-kaka, and they really hated everybody, and they really were the most dumb group. How does dummies get in power? Oh, they just have white privilege and money. That's how dummies get in power. That's what we're going to be telling our great-grandchildren. Anyway, I'll see y'all on the next one.